All right, thank you, Doc. I appreciate you seeing me this quick. All right, you have a good day. Ah, what a day. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Western Shore map by BulletBill. And we're just going to walk down here to the ATM. I got to get a little bit of cash out. I had an accident today on the farm, and it's kind of why it is a bit late in the afternoon. All right, get my cash out. Good, good, good. Okay, we're gonna hobble over here to the chemist and get our prescription. Just got done seeing Doc Martin. Doc Martin is the local community doctor here in town, and what a guy he is. Well, I say what a guy he is. He's got a side to him that as long as you basically don't talk too much and basically listen to what he says, it's a fantastic service. So thankfully, I've got NHS. So we're going to get our prescription, and that was quick. There we go. Okay. So what happened? Well, I can better probably show you what happened more than I can basically talk about it. So let's head back to the main farm. I've got lots to tell you about. Lots of different changes have taken place. To kind of come out of the role play for just a moment, this is a new version of the Western Shore map. Bullet Bill made an update, made some fixes. Let me turn on my turn signals here and head out here before we get in an accident and I injure something else. Bullet Bill made some changes to the map. Specifically, he made the change to the spawn point, which is kind of going to the wool spawn point, which is going to flow into our storyline. That's why we're hurt, is because I was up in the rafters, up above the barn, messing about with the wool pallets, and because I thought it was a good idea to store the wool up there, and in my infinite wisdom, it has proven not to be. And as I was coming down, I stepped a bit awkwardly and I twisted my ankle. Now, in the real world, this is also a real injury for me, and I just had physical therapy for the first time this evening. And I feel a little bit sore in the real world again, but I think progress is going to get made, and perhaps I'll tell you more about that story later on. And I really think it has a lot to do with just the fact that I've made another circuit around the sun. In other words, I've gotten a year older. But anyway, back to our storyline. Yeah, I was coming out of the loft there and stepped off the ladder wrong, twisted my ankle, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with this. And so thankfully, Bullet Bill has fixed that for us. And so we are going to be obviously uh, cooking with gas here. Now, that John Deere tractor, just hang on. Hang on. I will tell you what all's going on with that and why that's here on the farm. Let me just back this Toyota up and put it in the shed because I don't want it to be in the way as we go about our rat killing for the day. Okay, what's going on with the John Deere? Well, the John Deere is a loaner from the store, and I'll show you more about that here later. But in our Deutz-Fahr has a rear hydraulic issue. And you might remember when we were last together, I was having an issue seeding this field and ended up having to put the seeder behind the big Massey to be able to get this field seeded. And it looks fantastic and everything is looking good. So, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, look who is out there working. That is Jim. He is plowing our field for us. I spent a little bit of time with Jim, just kind of showing him the ropes on how to plow with the big Massey there, and he is going to town, and he is going to save me a lot of frustration and maybe even save me some money that I would ordinarily spend on wine because it has just been crazy, crazy around here. So I'm going to try to hobble up here kind of quickly because I want to go ahead and finish one of the chores that I was working on before, well, before I came tumbling out of the loft. And as you can see here, we've got our wool spawn point down here now. I'll get Jim to probably pull that, or maybe, I don't know. We'll figure out a way to get that wool out of the top there. I'm not going to mess with trying to put any more of it up there because it is just too dangerous. So we're going to be shearing sheep and packaging our wool right there, and then we'll move it down and put it into storage um, as we accumulate some bundles there. So anyway, hope you are all having a wonderful day. Now, again, to kind of come out of storyline just a little bit, I did do the map reset. The only thing that thankfully, if you remember from the days of Farm Sim 17, it's a lot easier to essentially move your vehicles and everything over in 17. I've never figured out how to do it in 19 with any success at all, and have more or less given up on the ability to try to do that. And I left this gate open over here, and my bad, because we're trying to keep our gates shut here on the farm, and I talked to Jim about that. I know that was not Jim that left that gate open. Jim hasn't been down to this end of the farm yet. But anyway, what I was saying is that it's so much easier to do a vehicle, bring the vehicles and everything over with 17, and so I was able to just basically set up get the new map from BulletBill. And by the way, I've got some news about that. So I'll finish this story here, and then I'll tell you the news. So I was able to get that brought over and bring the vehicles and everything in. Even though I've got the creator mod thing, I didn't want to run the risk that it would have a problem with seasons if I essentially tried to use it to replant the field. So what I did was I just fast forwarded to the third game day. I set our animals where we were. I set our money where we were, and then basically just went through the process of reseeding that field down there so that we don't run into any issues with seasons. It is set for wheat, and all is good. Okay, so we've got that in storage. We are going to ease out of here without hopefully breaking anything. And we're going to move the Merlot right down here. Hopefully this will not be in the way. We'll set it, turn the parking brake on. Should probably lower those forks, but I think it'll be all right. Let's jog back over here. I don't want to take those meds just yet because those things are liable to knock me out. So Jim is doing a fantastic job. Um, he knows more, I think, than what he leads on to know. So we're going to take this John Deere down to the store. We're going to go ahead and bring back. Let's see. I can't remember if I bought those seeds or not already. I think I've already bought it, and that's why our money is off just a little bit there, because I've purchased some seeds. And so we're going to go down and go ahead and get those and bring those back to the main farm, because we're going to need at least, I'm pretty sure we're going to need at least these 2 bags, if not perhaps more. Now, the Deutz-Fahr, like I said, it's got an issue with the rear hydraulics. It's also got an issue with the front hydraulics as well. Now, that was user error on my part, kind of jumping out of role play here for a second. I didn't realize that tractor had IC, well, that's a lie. I noticed that it had IC. I just typically don't use it a lot of times. I'm not that bothered that, a tractor either has or doesn't have IC controls, but it does, and so that was the reason why the front linkage wasn't connecting to the weight. But it's got an issue. The mechanic down at the dealership, his name is Bill, by the way. and he collects bullets. So he's going to do some work on it for me. And he basically gave me this John Deere to use because we kind of still need to be able to have two tractors. I wanted to get Jim here today and get him doing some plowing as we kind of run through that stop sign there. Get him doing some plowing today, and that's probably all he's going to do today. And then he'll go back and do whatever he needs to do for his own self. But might having back tomorrow to help us with some other tasks. There's the Deutz Fahr over there, as you can see. It'll get worked on hopefully by Bill, and life will be good once again. So let's see. We want to do a work position, and I think we already determined that this gets picked up as pallets, and it does. Joy, joy, joy. And he hasn't even started working on it, so we'll probably have this deer for at least another day or so, and then Bill will get that working, and so life will be good. And of course, to come out of role play and explain what's going on, that Deutz Fahr mod has an issue that BulletBill is going to work on for me. So it fits into the storyline just great. Now let me tell you about this news. If you remember back to episode number 1, and I'm sure you do because this is only, episode number 6, so it hasn't been that long ago. I told you that the Western Shore was a private map and that there was no plans for it to be released. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't lie to you. At that particular point in time, that was the plan. That was what BulletBill had told me. And so he has since decided. And I don't know if you all know this or not, but I also run another website called simplymods.com, or simplysafemods.com, simplysafemods.com. The link is down below in the show notes. And so BulletBill is going to be hosting some mods on my mod site. The whole purpose of the mod site is not to try to become the next mod hoster or anything like that. Really and truthfully, and I have a feeling that especially if you guys are friends and fans of BulletBill, you will subscribe to what I'm going to say. I'm literally sick and tired of these mod hosting websites that give you all the pop-ups, and you run all the risk of downloading more than what you bargained for with the mod itself. And also there's no control over who uploads what. My site is small. I hope it remains small. Right now I've got some maps by CCS 101. He is the creator of Emerald Coast, the Nebraska map, the new Kansas 16 X Swapper map. He's got the Midtown USA map, etc. You know him. He's hosting some mods on this site, and BulletBill is hosting a few. BulletBill has plans to basically host this map, the Western Shore, once it's ready, and there is no timeline. So you're gonna have to just sit back and practice your patience. I know that's difficult, but just sit back, practice your patience on this, and in due time, this map will become available for FarmSim 17, only for PC. And it will become available, and you all can download that and enjoy it just like I am. So that is the news. I will keep you all updated as I learn more, as BulletBill shares more with me or with us, the community. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go ahead and take the update, start the game save over again, was because that way I could be on that fresh version of the map, and hopefully this will be the last of the changes. But he's got some work to do on his part, and then he will make it all available, and then you guys can enjoy playing this wonderful, wonderful map. All right, so we're gonna install or attach our nifty seed bag lifters here, for lack of a better description, I suppose. And we'll spin around here and we'll grab this first bag over here. I have put myself in a little bit of an awkward position here, but I'm sure it'll work out here just fine. And we'll go through here and spear one of these guys. Let's see. I may have. Did I do that? Did I forget? I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. I sometimes do that. I'm only human. I hope you guys are enjoying my Let's Plays. I'm a different kind of YouTuber. If I hit a tree or something in my gameplay, I pretty much leave it. I pretty much leave that in there for you all. So we're going to do this. We're going to turn the work position off. There we go. So I leave the little boo-boos and stuff like that. I'm not a perfectionist. I think I told someone today, either on Discord or maybe a comment on my videos, that I am not a perfectionist by any stretch of the imagination. There may be some YouTubers that are. There may be some YouTubers that are so, that just everything has to be so perfect and they have to do absolutely everything based on, real world gameplay or whatever. I'm not like that. I enjoy having fun. I do this because I enjoy the game immensely. I enjoy trying to thread the needle there. It's what I enjoy doing. There we go. Nope, we didn't. No, 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 don't fall. Oh my gosh, it fell. Is it a Weeble? No, it's not a Weeble. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. That one fell down. All right, let's just do what we should have done to begin with. Just take this one bag in there and set it down, and we come back and get the second bag. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll put these down right there. Anyway, I enjoy having fun. I enjoy meeting new people. I have met so many wonderful people through the course of playing Farm Sim, playing Truck Sim, playing whatever, and I just enjoy that immensely. And I enjoy making new friends and stuff on my channel. And hey, that's how I got to know Eustace Pharmer. It's how I got to know, um, let's see. We may okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we should have done in the first place. Now, I did do an edit there just because I know that it's a bit painful to watch me fumble around with this thing. And, well, as I've said before, comedy is not my strong point. And so it was just really becoming a comedy of errors. But if I make a mistake, if I do something silly or whatever, I typically just leave that stuff in there. Okay, so we're going to leave this in here because we're pretty much done with the Merlot for right now. Now I am still kicking around doing round bells on this map, and if I do make the change, then we'll obviously be swapping out the baler and the wrapper, and I'll update you if that is something that that I think I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and run down here, and we'll grab the John Deere and bring him, put him out of his misery here, because I kind of made a dog's dinner out of this. Now, for those of you in the UK, you should have caught the Doc Martin reference. I am a fan, and if you don't know me, if you just basically join my channel and all of that, then you'll soon learn that I am a huge fan of British television. That is pretty much about 95% of what my wife and I watch is BBC ITV programming, and we absolutely love it. So we love Doc Martin, we love Father Brown, we love Midsummer Murders. We love many of those types of programs. And I think Jim is almost done. We're just going to stand over here and admire his work. I love all those programs. And so if you watched my Thornton Farm series on Farm Sim 17 not too long ago, well, I say not too long ago, over a year and something ago, then you know that I factored Father Brown into the storyline. We did some work for him. We did some grass cutting for Father Brown. And so, anyway, I absolutely love British television. And of course, with this taking place in Cornwall, or a portion of this map is kind of based on Cornwall, then obviously it sort of made sense for me to factor in Doc Martin. So I've got a follow up appointment with Doc Martin in a couple of days. And I'm hoping that these pain medicine or this pain medication will help me feel a little bit better, at least maybe help me sleep at night, and then we'll get things going. So these are our three. Obviously, the field down there that we seeded in wheat, that is a field that we've got planted in wheat. This will be something, and then this field will be something else. I haven't decided what we're going to put. Most likely, it'll be wheat down there, canola here, and maybe soybeans over here. Obviously, we're going to stick with one header type for our combine, and have fun. So hopefully those three crops will earn us a few coins, a few pounds, as we progress. And of course, the silage and all that stuff will also help us. I tell you what, Jim looks. I need to teach him about four-wheel drive a little bit, but he's getting there. Jim looks fantastic in that tractor. And let's hopefully he won't back over. I'm pretty sure he sees us here. But he looks fantastic, and I tell you, it feels good to at least have somebody that I can count on. I told him, I said, look, you've got your priorities, you've got your other jobs and everything. We're not going to force you to give that up. We'll let you work whenever you can, whenever we need you, that sort of thing. And so that was certainly just fine with him. And is he done? I think he's playing. I think he's having a ball. He's serious about getting this all plowed up. He told me, he says, I want to do you a good job. I guess he thought he missed a spot there. He's going up here. He should stop here in just a moment. There he is. All right. Well, hi, Jim. You did a fantastic job. Thank you. Let me take over, and I'll drive you back down to the main farm, and then you can head on your way. I'd appreciate you stopping by. All right. Well, I think as I drive Jim back to the main farm here, and let him get on with his chores and everything else he needs to do, I'm going to start wrapping this episode up and just basically thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you watching my videos and putting up with with all my antics and everything. I do appreciate that. And of course, I left that bell spike, or that pallet spike, right in the way, didn't I? I'm usually pretty good at that. So yeah, Jim, we keep everything in the sheds and everything now. I believe we are through with our plow for this year, and so we will just set the parking brake and jump out. And thanks a lot, Jim. And I will. You want to come by tomorrow, and we'll see if we've got some work for you, or just give me a call. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. When we come back for episode number 7, we'll be in a fresh, brand new game day. And hopefully our Deutz-Fahr will be a little bit closer to being repaired. I do like a deer. I do like a John Deere, but I really like that Deutz-Fahr, and so hopefully that back linkage and everything will get to working, and it will do what we need to do, because we need to fertilize the new plowed field that we just did, cultivate it, and then get ready to go ahead and plant that in canola at some point. So until then, I will just say thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Take good care of yourself and also of each other. God bless you all. And come back and see me here on the Western Shore or over on Lone Oak Farm on Farm Sim 19. Bye bye for now.